Another Brick fan here with my review of LEGO Graveyard Mystery. This is part of the Hidden Side series, which is a brand new series released in August 2019 and includes a augmented reality or virtual reality application as a companion. Let's take a look at the set. This is set 70420 and was released in August 2019. It has 335 pieces, 5 minifigures, and cost about $30 when it was released. We'll take a look at the minifigures in a minute, but let's start with the main build. The main build here is a graveyard scene, and it makes for a really nice little vignette. There's a lot of little details here that are pretty nice to take a look at. So let's go ahead and start, and we'll move from the left to the right of the model, and we'll take a look at all of the little hidden features here in the set. Starting here on the left-hand side of the model, you see a gate that goes into the graveyard itself. So the nice standard doors here. There are some detail pieces on the side that have some stickers on them. They look pretty good. The fences are built very nicely with the typical railings that you would see. Moving slightly more towards the middle, you see this statue piece, which is a gray minifigure with a collar piece here that holds on these one by one plates with a clip that allow you to attach the wings. And if you look below, you see that this is the color changing wheel that is included in all of these sets to help it interact with the application, which we'll show here in a little bit. In the center, there's a gravestone here. And you can see there are a couple of prints used on this. So here's a 2x4 tile with a nice print. Here, the headstone is done on the Nexo Knight's shield piece with a sticker. Then on the inside, this opens up. And there is the skeleton here with a key that goes in. So I'm sure there's a pun intended in that. Here's your skeleton with his key that goes in here and closes up there as well. Moving a little bit over some more, you see that there is another grave here. And there's a carving or engraving here done with a sticker on top of it. And this also opens up to reveal some red pieces. So the application will see this red and actually have a ghost fly up out of this grave here. The other side of our graveyard here has this tree growing on top of a little shed here. The tree does have some movable arms that move and highlight his eyes here with these vine pieces. So both of these move, giving it a little bit of movement with it. It does turn just slightly. The door here opens, of course, and inside there's a wastebasket with some tools and again some more blue pieces that can potentially interact with the application. Moving around to the back, you see there's some access to get into the tool shed where there's a broom, a shovel, and a pickaxe. Some foliage on the back here. And then a couple of other foliage pieces here. And then you see this sticker detail again where the gates are. So that's it for the build. We'll come back to this when we look at the application. Let's take a closer look at the minifigures. This set comes with 5 minifigures, as I mentioned in the beginning. We're going to start with the 2 protagonists, or good guys for this series, and that is Jack and Parker. Jack is in his standard white hoodie with the red stripes on the side. Again, he has a nice dual molded headpiece that includes the white hoodie and his red hat molded into it. I like how they stayed consistent with having the slash mark, the 3 slashes on his hat as well as on the sweatshirt. I like the printing where it shows the drawstring and the pockets. He also has some nice printing along his leg, particularly down here on the right, on his right leg, which includes a belt loop and then looks like a bone piece. Parker, on the other hand, has a really nice headpiece here with a dual molded kind of stocking cap or loose fitting cap, and then her hair comes out of that and it's in a nice purple or lavender type color. I like how her sleeves are done in the very light blue, which is a nice contrast to the black on her torso. I like the printing with the silver Parker necklace with a P on it, and then she's wearing a fanny pack across her shoulder. The pants are printed very well with some nice riveting around the pockets and then the tear marks around her knees. The main, I don't know if you want to call it weapon or accessory of choice for these are the cell phones. And as you can see, they both have prints of ghosts on them. And each character has their own mobile device with a different image on it. At least the main good guys do. Moving around to the back, you see that on Jack, he has that same 3 red slash pattern on the back of his hoodie that makes it, keeps it consistent. And then Parker has some little contouring as well as the strap for her fanny pack that goes across her back. So here's Jack with a more grumpy look and Parker with a bit of a happier look. Again, these framed with the accessories. And then here we have those with the headpieces in place. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next 2 minifigures included with this set. Here are the next 2 figures. This is Mr. Branson on the left and a skeleton on the right. He comes with a key accessory done in the spring green or lime green color. I like the printing on Mr. Branson. I think the overalls are done very nicely. I like the contrast between the light tan color and then the slightly darker nougat color that is used. The overalls are printed quite well, and then the legs have some really nice detailing with some mud on the front of his shoes and then mud on his pants. He's probably the undertaker or the caretaker of the graveyard, so he obviously works outside, digs some graves, and does some hard labor, I'm sure. The skeleton is a pretty standard skeleton piece. It's nothing really new about that. He does have 2 different arms, so his hands are in different orientations. Around the back, Mr. Branson has a continuation of his coveralls that go on the torso in the back, which look very good. And then he does have an alternate expression. The alternate face for Mr. Branson is this more concerned look. And I think it fits the character really well because this is the character that gets haunted in this particular set. So we'll go ahead and switch him out to his haunted version. As with all the other haunted versions, the head is done in a trans green with some darker green to indicate the different facial features. I think this looks really good. There is some printing on the back. This is a common printing for all of these ghost heads that are used throughout this theme. And like the other ghosts, he has this nice spring green or lime green hairpiece with the hair all swept up and just larger than life, which I think fits the haunted look very well. So once again, a very good ghost or haunted look for one of the characters inside of the set. The last minifigure that comes with this set is Spencer the dog. Spencer's a little friendly ghost dog, from what I could tell. He's in every set that I've reviewed, and I really like this figure. I think it's a good-looking little figure. I like the dual molding. I like the use of the blending the white in with the clear. This is reminiscent of the Dementors that came out with the Harry Potter sets that were released last year. As we move around, you see that there are very good clear and then kind of more opaque leading into the fully white face for him. A very nice figure, good looking dog, and definitely a nice addition to this set. Now that we've taken a look at all the minifigures, let's take a quick look at what the app does to interact with this set. So here we are inside the app, and you can see we've selected the graveyard with the play button, so that we've built the set and we're ready to go. So now it's going to give us some information to say, make sure you're got the set all in a spot where you can look at it. We'll hit start. We'll move this up and we'll scan the set. See that it sees that we're using the graveyard set. Now it zooms in and adds some background to it with the storm. Ghosts come in and haunt my set. And now what I need to do is clear the gloom. So the way to do this is we change the color. So if we go to a blue, for example, say we've done that, we move into the blue, tap on that. Oh, wants us to tap yellow. Tap the yellow. And now you see we have to find the gloom, so we have to search around our set. Find it. There's found the yellow gloom. Now we can go clear the other colors. What I wanted to show you though is if we scan and we open up this set and we see this red here, tap red, so we have to go find red. So with that, we walk through various pieces of the app, and you can find the different interactions with it and the different stories that go on. With that, let's go back to the main set and I'll give you my final thoughts. Overall, this is a really nice scene set. There is some really good interactivity with the application, using the red tiles inside of the gravestones to have ghosts come flying out of the graves when they're opened, which I think is a nice feature. You can certainly interact with the app and catch all the gloom and de-haunt the area. It has the same two main characters in Jack and Parker as in most of the other sets, and they are the main good guys in this series. There is some really nice detail, and they did a good job with the foliage pieces in 3 different colors. So you have some of the light green, the forest darker green, and then an olive color. And they're used liberally around the set. I do like Mr. Eaton. He has some really nice printing, as we talked about, and his ghost or haunted look is also done quite well. So I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this set, and I'll get started on another video. Until then, happy building! If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, now would be a really good time. Lots more content on the way.